Hello, fam. It is such a blessing to be with you. This message, we are on the part 2 of Divine Confidence. I guarantee you, I'm serious. I am serious. This is affecting me in a way I never thought. This word is affecting me. It's challenging me. It's making me come up. It's making me find out where I should have been at before. You need this message. Divine Confidence. The word is telling us how to walk in who God says we are and what we're supposed to be. This is not a positive mental attitude. This is not faith confession. This is truth. And you should know the truth. And the truth will make you free. I need your help. I need your help. I need your help the Bible tells us to give honor to whom honor is due. And we gave Jesus some honor. We gave the Father some honor, but I'd like you to help me honor someone who has been a tremendous blessing to many people in this house. Bless you. It is her birthday.
It's my birthday.
It's her birthday.
My birthday.
I'm gonna separate y'all. You know, it dawned last night about 10 o'clock, about 10:30. I said, everybody, we should just wear orange. We should just, now the confusing part about that, Elder Beam was like, nobody told me. No, I didn't tell nobody. I had a conversation on the couch. And so, with myself. And I said, now it dawned on me that it's always been her favorite color. And it's always been her birthday, but I just got the revelation. So y'all pray for me. We'll get it better next year. We'll do better next year. But they have a special presentation for you. Happy birthday. Where the singers at? Happy birthday.
All the way down to the shoes. Look at
you. Get your mother, Lindsay. A Presbyterian is showing.
To you, happy birthday. To you, happy birthday. To you, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
This is for individuals who love you. They appreciate you. Even those who couldn't, they still love you and they still appreciate you. But it is all about making you feel special as often as we can. We thank you so much. Give God some praise. You want to share a little something?
Thank you.
Just a little something.
Just a little something.
Stop.
No, I ain't gonna sing for y'all. Not today. Not today. I'm gonna save it for when y'all not ready. Because the prophet did say, people will sing. He said me. Oh, okay. I don't know what y'all heard, but I know what I heard.
Okay. I don't remember saying quite that. I'm going to separate you. See, this is the wild group. This is the wild bunch. But go ahead.
I just want to say thank you, really, thank you. Nobody has to do anything for anybody.
Amen.
And I look out here and I see everybody who has done something special for me somewhere along the way. And a wise woman once told me, you always want to bless those who bless you. And even if they don't bless you, it's always good to be a blessing. And so I work real hard at trying to make everybody who comes into my life space feel special, feel noticed, because there's nothing worse, because I've been there, going to a church where the first lady doesn't even acknowledge you. They just walk past you. I've had it where they went down the whole line and got to me and went down the whole line. And so it's so right down the line, skipped over you. But you know, hey, when people do bad to you, they get bad back. You just may not see it, and you may not be there when it happens. But I don't want bad back. I don't want it to come back to me. So I make sure that I try, and if I've done anything to offend someone, I make sure that I get it right. And it's up to them to accept the olive branch or not, but I work real hard on trying not to be ugly to anybody. And if I have been, please let me know and I'll make it right. Because I've been here for quite a few years, not as many as Val, but, you know, I have been here for quite a few years. And I do know that people only do what they receive. If I do bad to you, then you ain't got nothing to do with me. So I work real hard on my character. So I just want to say again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all didn't have to do this. I appreciate y'all for doing it. And I see my folks out here. I love everybody. And I just hope you all have a good day today. There were a lot of famous people born on this day. So I feel special. And I just want you to know, Lenny Kravitz, he's a really good singer. He's a really good singer. He was born on this day.
Mic 2, cut mic 2. Cut mic 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
So I'm going to sing like Lenny Kravitz.
Grab the mic, Lindsay. Jesus. Thank you so much. Give God some praise for your kindness. I thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Amen. If we could turn to, we got a few scriptures today. We are going to part 2, something we started on Thursday. If you can turn to Hebrews 10 and 35. Hebrews 10 and 35. The Bible reads in your hearing, cast not away, therefore, your confidence. Turn to and say, be confident. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, which has great recompense of reward. If we could go to Hebrews 10 and 35, 30. It reads in your hearing that, for ye have need of patience, for after you've done the will of God, you might receive the promise. Yet a little while shall I come with thee and shall not tarry. I need 35, if I could get 35 as well, 10 and 35. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence. That word cast means don't throw it away. Don't discard it in the hope of not being arrogant. Don't throw away your confidence in the hope of not appearing arrogant. Am I going there? Let us go to Romans 12 and 3. Romans 12 and 3. We're going to move a little bit. For I say, through the grace given unto you, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought. More highly than he ought to think. That doesn't say that you're not to think highly. Not to think, if you have survived a lot, if you've suffered a lot, if you've blessed others, if you've obeyed God, then highly is going to be a part of how you should think of yourself. But to think soberly, according as God has dealt to every man the measure of faith. Let's go to, did we do John? 9 and 25? And he answered, oh Lord, don't let me do this one. And he answered and said, wherefore, whether he be a sinner or no, I know not. One thing I know. Turn and say, one thing I know. Confident people got at least one thing. Whether people acknowledge you or they don't acknowledge you, confident people got at least one thing they know that they can't be talked out of, they can't be shamed out of. One thing I know. See, I don't care what other people acknowledge about you. Turn to say, acknowledge yourself. Yeah. Acknowledge yourself. He said, whether he be a sinner, I know not. The one thing I know, that whereas I was blind, but now I see. Can we go to Judges 6 and 12 through 16? A lot of word, but I wanted to go over the review because I need us to understand that confidence is in the Bible. We should have confidence in God. We should have confidence in his word. We should have confidence in him keeping his word. We should have confidence in what he said about you. What he said about you. And confidence is a choice. It's a choice. It's not something that's going to come just because you did well. It's because you did what you wanted to do. It's not just going to come. You have to take courage. You have to cultivate confidence. You have to cultivate confidence in such a way that you're serious about it and you are very careful about who you spend time with. And if you don't have control over who you spend time with, you have to have control to who you listen to. Elder Lisa was playing around and I turned to the tech and I said, turn off her mic. You know, there's some people in your life, you don't have to tell them to shut up. You just got to turn off their mic. You just can't listen to them. You can keep talking, but I don't hear you. Tim said, what you say? What you say? You know, what you say? I wasn't really. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him and said unto him, the Lord is with thee. Turn and say, God is with me. God is with me. Yeah, you got to be confident that regardless of what you're going through, that the Lord is with you. It doesn't mean that he is there to prevent you from going through something. That means that whatever is going on but so far it could go, it can't touch everything. Oh, Lord. And if it does touch something, God allowed it. And if he allowed it, he has confidence in me that I can handle whatever he allowed the devil. Oh, turn to your neighbor and say, I'm confident. I can handle this. I didn't ask you whether you wanted to. The Lord is with thee, thou mighty man of valor. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him, Gideon. He said, the Lord is with thee. And I love Gideon's approaches because this is really sometimes how we think. He says, and Gideon said unto him, O Lord, if the Lord be with us, then why then is all this befallen us? So you throw away your confidence because of your circumstance? Is he still not God in the fiery furnace? Is he still not God? Oh, Lord, I got somebody in the lion's den. Well, the devil comes to you. Well, if you so pretty, how come you ain't married? Ugly people are married. So your logic doesn't hold true. You think just because you think just if I was so this, why don't I have that? But if it's true, then why are people that don't look like you still married? So it may not be because you don't look good or you don't wonderful. It may be because you are selective and you're careful not to cast your pearls among swine just because you're thirsty. Turner said, don't sell out because you're thirsty. I don't know where we're going. And Gideon said, oh Lord, if the Lord be with us, why then is all this as if trials and tribulations suggest that doesn't mean that you are who you are. I mean, why are you reading the circumstance into yourself? I mean, Jesus didn't buy that. He said, well, if you be the Son of Man, he did say this. If you be the Son of Man, you could turn these, you don't have to be hungry. And he was like, he knew who he was. He said, no, if I am, and I can be the Son of Man hungry. I can be the Son of Man with a deficit in my account. I can be the Son of Man with my boss hating me. I can be a Son of Man divorced. I can be the Son of Man with a child in jail. Nobody's talking to me right now. See, what's going on to you has nothing to do with who you are. He said, and where be the miracles which our fathers told us, saying, did not the Lord bring us up from Egypt and go into this? Church said, it happened. Mm-hmm. And thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Have not I sent thee? Let's move on to 15. And the Lord looked upon him and said, go, 14 is good. Go. The Lord looked upon him and said, go in this thy might. Go in this thy might, that thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites. I'm not going to enhance you one little bit. Oh, y'all heard that? You think you need enhancements to get what you need. He said, but go in what you already have. I don't have I'm not giving you another thing. I'm not going to change nothing on you. I know when I made you that you were fearfully and wonderfully made. There's nothing missing on you. There's nothing lacking in you. Go in this thy might. Turn to your neighbor and say, I'm more than enough. Find another neighbor and say, I'm more than enough. And thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Have I not sent thee? And he said, oh Lord, where shall I leave Israel? Behold, my family is poor. Again, God is looking and talking to you, and you telling him about what you don't have. He said, you a mighty man, but Gideon said, if I'm a mighty man, why was I born into a poor family? Help me preach. Turn to you and say, what's one thing got to do with the other? Jesus was born in a stinking stable. Jesus, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, was born in a stinking stable. So what you come from has nothing to do with where you're going to. Oh, I feel the Lord. I feel the Lord. Turn to 4 people, say, I'm about to do something special. I'm about to do something special. I'm about to do something out of the ordinary. Oh, it's going to be big. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. It's going to be out of the ordinary. Oh, it's going to be big. It's going to be out of the ordinary. It's going to be out of the ordinary. It's going to be big. Mary telling the angels, how can this be, being that I know not a man? And turns says she got pregnant anyway. My family is poor in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house. So my family is poor, and I'm poor in a poor place. Turns said, I don't even think they like me. Can you be you where they don't like you? Can you be you? Can you shine? Turn to your neighbor and say, this little light of mine ain't little, ain't little. Oh, baby, it ain't little, it ain't little, it ain't little. Confident people let their light shine. See, we say things like, well, I don't want people to be uncomfortable, and I don't want to step on nobody's shoes, and I don't want to come in and you know, outdressed and look too good. Turn to your neighbor and say, shine. If you're going to be confident, if you're going to be what God has placed in the earth, then you gotta be you. You gotta be you. You gotta take courage enough and not worry about what they're going to say about you. I go in the rooms all the time where a third of the people don't even like me. Don't even like me. They have a tendency to act like I'm not there. Sometimes I have to bite my tongue to say, am I here? I must be invisible. I finally made it to invisibility. It's my new spiritual gift. And the truth of the matter is, it's not that they don't see you, it's that they don't want to see you. You see me, but you don't want to see me, because when they see you, they see who they not. I got to. All right, to those who don't know what's going on, you might want to get Thursday's message. We got an impartation, not just a message, an impartation about confidence. And you will hear me in the future speaking very positive about our experience and about our church and about the people in our church, and not in a bragging way, but in a testimony way. A lot of times we don't say certain things because we don't want people to think we're bragging. But the truth is that we overcome the enemy by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. The words of our testimony. And there's so many awesome things going on in this church. For us to just be quiet, that means that everyone that's dogging us gets to have the only speech. Turns to tell of his goodness. Oh, yeah. I know I come off as arrogant, but I cried too much to be arrogant. My business has been too much in the street for me to be arrogant. I've been too humiliated to be arrogant. Oh, I've been too embarrassed and torn down and ruminating to be arrogant. Oh, I gotta go. And the Lord said unto him, surely I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midianites as one man. I just came for a few moments to share that Terry said, for this next level, you're going to need your confidence. A trick of the enemy is to attack you early. Is to attack you early in life and to make you feel insecure about your most prominent gift. You just praise too loud, and you just too smart, and you think you know everything, and you spend most of your life trying not to be the thing that is your most prominent gift. And you've been attacked most of the time for the thing that you were born with. How you gonna attack me for what I was born with? I didn't become this. I was born this way. I really was born this way. You attack me because of my personality. You attack me because people like me. I really was born this way. They make you feel insecure about what you look like. It's the strangest thing in the world. Like people who we might call very pretty, they don't feel that pretty. They don't. They really don't. I know you don't think so, but they don't. Because most of their life, they have been tortured for how they look. And so they trying to play down the very thing that God wants them to play up. I ain't got nobody talking to me. Terry said, be confident. They attack you or make you feel uncomfortable about your body type. You're not tall, or you're not tall, or you're too tall. We all family, so y'all know me anyway. Your derriere is a little too much. I don't think there's so much. I don't think it's possible. That's called abundant living. It's called abundant living. I remember when I served Elisa, we were in college, and she walked back by me. I said, that girl got a future behind her. I said, she going places, and I'm not gonna be too far behind. And so, type in the chat, pray for Bishop. Type in the chat, pray for Bishop. Type in the chat. They make you feel uncomfortable about your intellectual capacity. If you are, and I don't say too in a way like it's negative, but you're smarter than the average person, which should be a blessing to any situation. They make you feel uncomfortable because of their insecurity. And you lose confidence in the one thing that you should have the most confidence in that you can do. They make you feel bad about your skin color. You're too dark or you're too light. And the strangest thing is that's the one beautiful thing about God is that he made us in so many different shades and colors that we should be blessed by that, but we found a way to mess that up. And so you spend all your life trying to hide, cover up, make fit in the thing that makes you stand out. I don't want to be known for that. If God gave you something that draws attention to you, that you can draw attention to him. Church said, if you haven't used it, you haven't used it, you haven't used it. The attention is drawn to you, but because you belong to him, you draw it to him. But if you are nothing special, nothing that anyone will talk about, anybody will criticize, then no one's going to be drawn to you, and you can't point them to him. Being confident is a choice. It is making an assessment about what your strengths and your weaknesses are. You should not be acutely aware of your weaknesses and vaguely aware of your strengths. Well, I know I got to work on this, and I know I got to work on that, and I know I got to work on this, and I know I got to work on that. But then when I ask you what you do good, well, I just need this, and I need to do that. Hold it. You should begin with how good I am. Help me out, Amber. I'm smart. I'm kind. I'm important. No, see, it's a funny joke, but it's the truth. You need to wake up every day and say this to yourself. You need to wake up and say, I am the greatest of all times. There's not anybody else that can do what I do like I do what I do. I am the greatest me of all times. Turn to your neighbor and say, who do you think you are? Say a champion, say a champion. Say a winner, an overcomer. Yeah, that's who I think I am. That's who I think I am. That's who I think I am. As a man thinketh in his heart. Yeah, so the enemy's always trying to get you to think the wrong things about you. So when God tells you to come against the Midianites, you tell them about your circumstance and not who you are. God called him a mighty man of God. He knew where he came from. Lord, I got these proclivities, Lord. I got these habits, Lord. I got these urges. I got these itches. And so maybe I'm not the one. Do you realize he found Gideon? He didn't stumble over Gideon. He found Gideon. He found Gideon while Gideon wasn't acting like a mighty man of God. So when God chooses you, stop telling him what you can't do. And start finding out what you can do. Oh, I got nobody with me. Turn to you and say, I am more than enough. Yeah. Let's get past this inferiority complex because we compare ourselves to other people. The Bible says comparing yourself to one another, we are unwise. How are you going to compare an apple with an orange? They are both fruit, but they're different. And they have everything to do with the taste of the person that has it or the need that needs to be met at that point. So you comparing yourself to your sister or the smartest person in your class or somebody else, or God forbid, oh Lord have mercy, oh God forbid, you comparing folk with Instagram, social media. It's so funny. I know some people on social media, and when I see them in real life, I go, oh, you look different. I mean, I know you got a lot of followers, but you don't look like you look. Somebody turns and said, I smell catfish. And so we comparing ourselves with an image that someone wants to share that's based on no reality. And so you're feeling inferior about a fantasy. You're feeling inferior about a cartoon. Turn to your neighbor and say, I can do whatever I put my mind to do. It's time to choose to be confident in what God told you he was going to do. He said, Gideon, he already said, you're a mighty man of God. You're going to beat the people who are chasing you, who you're hiding from. And I'm not going to have to change anything on you. I'm not going to change anything on you. And some of you are wondering why you don't have as much as other people have. But when Gideon had the most, God said, you got too much. He said, based on what you have in you and based on what you have around you, it'll seem like y'all did it and not me. So he took some away. He disqualified some folks. I don't know if you know this or not, but there's some folks being disqualified out of your life lately. Oh, I got no time. They're being disqualified out of your life. Being disqualified. You don't even know what you did wrong because you didn't do anything wrong. All you did was manifest. Lord, I got to get out of this. I told Elder Lisa, I said, I'm in a place in my life where if you can envision a house that had built on a lake, and they had like a little boat slip, and you had a little boat, not a big boat, just a little boat, rowboat, and you have to keep it tied to the dock, so you make sure that it's always. And I felt most of my life, Elder Maxwell, is that I had to keep going down and making sure the boat was tied. And so for many years, I went down there and retied the boat so it wouldn't drift. Now, the boat didn't give me that kind of interest. I just kept going down to tie up the boat and making sure it didn't drift. The boat didn't seem to care about. And one day, I decided I don't use that boat like that anyway. Maybe that boat is not as important as I think it is. Maybe I could actually do without that boat. Maybe if that boat really wanted to be with me, it would make sure it was tied up just as much as I made sure. I ain't got nobody talking to me. And not without being nasty or mean, but I'm just feeling like I'm gonna let it drift. If I know we brothers and sisters, we grew up together, I'm just gonna let it drift because I'm working too hard on this relationship. I'm working too hard, and you benefiting from me going down every week to tie this boat. But now I'm at peace that if it drifts to the middle on the other side of the lake, I don't use that boat like that anyway. I ain't got nobody talking to me. And so I have a peace to let it drift. Church said, let it drift, let it drift, let it drift. Let it burn, let it burn. Oops, stop. Stop, Amber, stop. And so when you know who you are, you'll know who you need and who you don't need. And when you know who you are, you will have a sense of people who value you for who you are. Who you are. They'll also value you for what you do because you're at a place of what you do is because of who you are. But they also bring something to the table to make sure they tied to you. That if somebody's talking behind your back, you go, wait a minute. Whether she be all that, I don't know. But this one thing I do know. When I couldn't pay my rent, they helped me out. When I didn't have no gas money, see, I must tell you one thing I do know. Whatever you say about them, I can't touch that. But I can tell you what my experience. Turn them says, speak up, speak up, speak up. It's time to walk in your liberties. I was watching a Xavier, and only a few people will know the name I'm about to share. There was a choir director as I was growing up in my teens, Alanda Draper. You didn't know whether to listen to the music or watch him. And you enjoyed both of them. And it is so powerful when someone is so caught up in what they're doing that they're not performing. You just have to be witnessing. You just happen to be witnessing. And that's what people should be doing in your life. They just happen to be, you get to, turns out you get to watch me. You get to watch me do me. You get to watch me be me. And please don't get me wrong. If you are where I think you are, you have to train hard to get there. While people were playing, you were training. While everybody else was chilling, you were going through something, and you couldn't go through it the way they went through it. Yeah. And so what happens is where you are now, you're more aware of the work it takes. But this thing should gather your confidence is that, turns out, I paid to be here. I paid with pain. I paid with sacrifice. I paid with rejection. I got a few people that's talking to me right now. Yeah. It's time to walk in confidence. It's time to I told someone before, it's time out for, I was talking to Lindsay just this morning. We spent a lot of time. I don't want to say nothing else to Carla because I don't want her to think that what she went through before, I was doing the same thing that she's doing. I don't want to look like somebody else doing. Meanwhile, you're so busy trying not to look like somebody else, you don't even look like you. Turn to three, said, "With a real you, please stand up." We clear about who you ain't, but who are you? That's enough to make me run right there. We clear about who you aren't, but who are you? Who are you? Where is the real you? Yeah, you're not doing that. Yeah, you're not doing that. But what about the stuff that what makes you distinctive? Not just that you're not treating her the way she was treated before, but how are you treating her? What unique thing do you bring? See, I say this, and I say this with I battle with the issue of I'm be vulnerable. Y'all got quiet when I get vulnerable. I don't roll my eyes at y'all. Just roll my eyes. The truth is, I always battle with not being like the person that abused the person. Not that I know I'm not, I know that I'm not, but I don't want them to think it. And so doing that, I'm always not walking in the liberties that I could, not shining. When I met Elder Lisa, she had a previous young man that she was dealing with, and they told me I prophesied to him, and I wasn't even really saved for real. And then when they brought it back up, I said, "Really? I did that?" I met him. I said, "She's going to y'all school." I said, "Oh, she going?" I said, "Man, you better watch out. They act up when they get out and get to the campus, man." Meanwhile, she was acting up with me. And so, I didn't see it. She brought it up. I didn't bring it up like that. She did that. And so I didn't even see it that way. Because when you have, no, let me say this to you. He said, the man said, he said, all I know is that I was blind. And when you're seeing you through the eyes of someone else, you are blind to who you are. You are blind to who God made you. You're blind to that. And so I spent my time not trying to be like him and not trying to be like this. And the truth is that I was never going to be that anyway. That wasn't even how I was even built. And so you spend a lot of time not trying to be like other people. And they don't see you. They don't see your shine. They don't see your fire. They don't see your someone told me this, when you are confident, you're funny. I was like, well, I never thought about being funny. I just see when I'm not in my own head, I could be myself. Time to say, get out your own head. Yeah, get out your own head. Yeah. Yeah, easier said than done, but it's still got to be done. If God's going to get the glory out of you, you got to get out of your own head. You can't keep worrying about them reading you wrong. Jay said, well, the real you, please stand up. Please stand up. Because you bring something to the table that nobody else does. Just because you were born in the poorest family, in the smallest tribe, in the wrong side of the woods, does not mean you're not a gem. Does not mean you're not special. Has nothing to do with how you came into the world. Has everything to do with how you go out. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Stop waiting for someone to acknowledge it. I brought that up because everything in my house, everything, my ants, my roaches, my mosquitoes are confident. They're confident. Everything in my household is confident. My daughter Lauren is confident. My wife is confident. Lindsay is confident. My grandson's amazing. I was like, did he just say that? Because I work hard on fostering an environment that builds their confidence. If you continue to walk with me, they ain't gonna know what to do with you. Oh, you all that now that you go over there. Yes, I am. And he didn't give me nothing. I'm going in the strength of what I already had. I'm walking in the strength that he didn't give me nothing. Oh, help me today. Everything in my household is confident. Everything. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And I want everything that's, see, it hit me today. It must have been important. I'm out of time. So last words are important. So in the church, we do things like the last 7 words of Jesus, the last, when he said on the cross. But what about the other things he said leading to that? Because if I'm leaving you at my house and I got a cat and a dog and I'm saying, I can write it all down, but as I'm moving, I think about other things to remind you about. As I'm moving around, I think about other things to remind you to take care of. And one of the things that Jesus said as he left, he said, Father, of all you gave me, he wasn't talking about a car. He wasn't talking about a plane. He wasn't talking about a house. He said, of all that you gave me, I have lost none except the son of perdition, which means that he felt like he needed to make an accounting for what was God had given him charge over. He didn't have to say, Lord, I raised the dead. He said, Father, he said, all of the 12. You gave them, and so I have lost none of them. He made an account. And so my concern is that if I pastor you, then I have to make an account for your condition. And you should be the most confident people on your block. You need to be the most confident people on your job. They should hate you. You should have to bite your tongue. You have to be like, nothing. What happened? Nothing. No, say, no. You hired me, but now you're intimidated by me. So I don't know. Oh, y'all got quiet. Because confidence, because what happens is we're going to help you through the mud. We're going to help you through the pain. We're going to help you through the suffering. But when I come out of this, though, when I come out of this, I don't like this, but when I come out of this, I'm crying in this, but when I come out of this, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, my walk is going to be different. My talk is going to be different. Oh, my friends are going to be different. My money's going to be different. My anointing is going to be different. Yeah. When I come out of this, I complimented someone, I complimented Deacon Royce. He had an all orange on. And I said, look at that, you did that, bro. I said, I didn't even tell you about that. You heard the Lord on that. And I said, you did that, you heard the Lord. And so Deke said, don't tell him that, Bishop, please. Don't tell him that. And so when I started, he started walking like this. And what hit me is when the right people speak into your life, when the right people compliment you, it raises your confidence. See, you've been letting the wrong people tell you about yourself, but you might need to get the right people to tell you how good you look, to tell you how smart you are, to tell you how anointed you are, to tell you how strong you are. I mean, literally, he started walking differently. Turned and said, you walking differently lately. They want to know why you walking like that. Why? Because when the right person is complimenting or assessing or sharing or pulling up a mirror, you feel like, if they think I'm good, oh, y'all ain't ready for me? If they think I'm good, I must. If God thinks I'm mighty, if God's calling me a mighty man of valor, if God says I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, my walk has got to be different. I can't let my walk be a result of my bank account. I can't let my walk be a result of my job status. I can't let my walk be how people feel about me. I gotta let my walk have to do with what I heard. Oh, the Bible says faith comes by. Oh. And so I came to raise up a confident church. Confident in God, confident in his word, confident in what he has done, and confident in who he says you are. Confident in what he has developed you into. If they don't understand why you walk the way you walk and why you talk the way you talk, see, we always say, well, I'm just a work in progress. We really say that because I'm messing up. Most of the time we say, I'm messing up. But sometimes you may have to say that because you're too much. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a work in progress. I'm all my gifts are working right now, and I know you can't take it. My charisma is working here. My personality is working here. My anointing. I know I'm a little bit too much for you right now. I'm a work in progress. I haven't learned how to use all my superpowers yet. But Agape, you're supposed to do great things. That's right. And just because you may have failed before, and you may fail again, you may not be failing. The question is, did Peter fail? How did he fail doing the thing that Jesus told him he would do, and he didn't stop him from doing it? I mean, Jesus said, you're going to do this. Most of us be like, well, let's make sure he stays away or he does this. We're going to try to intervene. Jesus like, please. He going to fail, but he going to be all right. Jen said, you're going to be all right. So you got to be careful about not getting the job because you interviewed well. Because all God has to do is just get rid of whoever was supposed to get. Whoever did get the spot may have to get out the way because that's your spot. Just because you didn't get picked doesn't mean that you still ain't going. Oh, God, oh, God. Yeah, just because you didn't perform your best at the interview don't mean that he's not going to get rid of the 3 people in front of you that's standing between you and what God has promised you.